Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium.
Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Strap in, this will be a good one. Two one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. Here's Richie James on the return.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now a 7th-round surprise from a year ago. It's Isaiah Pacheco. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
And this nearly an interception right off the bat. An early crisis averted as that winds up incomplete. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
Well, they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings.
Against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT.
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. This defense for the Vikings, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The safety unit staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Returnable here from the 38. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Madison. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
2nd down and 6 now. Another carry now for Madison. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. The Vikings at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he's got some space here.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicate.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Justin Jefferson
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They go play fake. Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
Touchdown!
Isaiah Pacheco.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after getting up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
Down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins.
That is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Open man is Osborne. He's got it.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
Rather quietly, Osborne has become a relied-upon presence in Minnesota. 650 yards each of the last 2 seasons, due for an even bigger role for them in 2023.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. On the carry, this is Myles Gaskin.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Now Cousins sees something. He's going to change this around.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get this out wide to Gaskin.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Chiefs 7.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down, and he'll get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 4th and 1.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. Pass caught here by Osborne. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a 3rd and 6. Here's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Quick hitter here. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And one of the linebackers has got it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. This is Alexander Madison out of the backfield with it. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Chiefs will take over possession here up at the 44. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
On first down, Mahomes. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And good work there in open space, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is the former Viking, Jerick McKinnon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Down right around the 25. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third and 3. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down, and he'll get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 4th and 1.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Kadarius Toney.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs are back within a score. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Osborne. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins.
That is caught. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. And quickly they get to the line. They go play action. Cousins.
A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Well, partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota.
Waiting on it will be Richie James. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something? And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Situation, if you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory. In motion, the tight end. Following the interception, Cousins. They'll roll him out right.
Toward the sideline, intercepted.
Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
2nd down and 8.
Now Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force the incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A 71-yard punt return. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Vikings 17.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Throwing is Cousins. Look at the big man rumble. They find some open field here as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Cousins on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. Back to the ground on 1st down. Here's Madison. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd down, Cousins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
They got to
get to the 23 here on third.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Now Cousins.
Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On 1st and 10, Cousins.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Cousins again. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Madison.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Again, Madison. And this time he'll work his way in. Touchdown, Vikings.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Pacheco.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
A handoff now for Pacheco. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down, McKinnon. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First and goal, Kansas City.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. Able to slip. And he's going to pull his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs.
His kick is good. Makes the score, Chiefs.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Second down, Gaskin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
First down. Here's Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Cousins to throw it. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He completes this into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Running on first down with Gaskin. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now Cousins. This one caught by Osborne, right side. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. This offense so far on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
Room past the 35, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That's good for 28 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Second and 9. Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's James. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. That is intercepted. Touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he
He's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Mahomes.
Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Here's second and a yard. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building.
All three timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Here's 1st down. Here's Pacheco once again.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
25 seconds remain. Here's 2nd down. Mahomes to throw it.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
Mahomes will throw.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Cousins to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Here comes 2nd down.
Here's Cousins.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everything.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
One last shot now for Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Kansas City, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.